Welcome back to More Control. In the last video, we did the last side quest, Mr. Tomasi. We cheesed him, not gonna lie. And now in this episode, we are going to we're gonna start the second DLC. Do not want you, because I want... Why is... I don't understand. Why that one was all of a sudden new. Puny threes. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your threes. But here's why we're actually here. We're here for the hotlines. And that's because... Oh, Trench. Yeah, because Trench was the director before us. The board, obviously. Kind of a bunch of dicks. Marshall from the Foundation, so where all of hers are from. And Wake. Faden rides the elevator.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was fate. Reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force in play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights went back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator door slid shut with practiced bravado.
Why does his model in that situation look so much like Jake Gyllenhaal? I don't know, man. Oh, press button. This executive investigation all the way up bottom. Oh, I thought we were going to get something similar to what he just described so eloquently as a writer. I'm staring at Alan Wake Remastered right in front of my face. For some odd reason, though, I bought it, right? I bought one that was American. But it came in PAL. European. Same thing with Melody of Memory for the Switch. My Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory copy. I bought the English, like the North American version of it. But it came in from a European version. As he was right about that, it was dark as hell.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
I do like how her inner thoughts are louder. And they have like a different thing than her actual voice. Darling Investigation? I forgot his name's Casper. I'm gonna be honest with you. Per authorization for Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D845 was launched into an ethical practice of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of Anonymous regarding inhuman treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed wholly unaware of any such blank contains there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible. Being classified under the highest clearance level, investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview his staff. I'm sorry, investigative research wing. I'm guessing. Maybe. Probably not. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. Refer to file 982-0136 for a full report.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
A request came through, Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls. Isn't Bright, yeah, Bright Falls is the one on Al Wake, specifically on the disappearance of the author, Alan Wake. Per the interagency information exchange agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing this to let you know that we received a request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. I was about to say, should I know Alex Casey? Because I've never played Alan Wake. I own it now, and I plan on playing it shortly after this. I think it'll be my next Let's Play. But who knows? Another file. Missing agents. Here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from a contaminant breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, Research Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, and Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional informations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the fire break. They're lost, I'm afraid. Maybe they're not lost and you're just too scared. Oh my god. Jesus. Miscommunication led to local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. It was Caucasian. 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained on the coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Blunt force to the head, lacerations on left ear, cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities, dislocation on the right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture to the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma, abdominal region, complex avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of large and small intestines, all missing from scene. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burroughs' death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Yeah, that dude sounded like he had a rough death. Not gonna lie. There's a lot of reading here. When blank of blank 2019, to whom it may concern. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations of the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose insides. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. That's a bit dark. Mr. Dennis, So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost and the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless. And as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. So it sounds like Grayson's pleas are falling on deaf ears too. I can only imagine. As I say, fire break in sector head office. Let me guess. It's not working.
Probably lose power core somewhere.
My god, there are so many notes around here. Item is not in Bureau custody. None? None. A Frank elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Items capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Am I gonna have to fight a fucking tractor? The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow. So he got destroyed by a tractor. Nice. Under Burroughs' farm outside of Trenton, Texas, local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched upon arrival. The agents approached the item and responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow, only revealed that she had a domesticated altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. So you think the tractor might have been sticking up for her? That's interesting. Like, my jaw is starting to hurt, dude. Oh no. The Prime Candidate Program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program, blanked by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, an anonymous source and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as a director upon maturity. Me? Am I one of those blinked out names? This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, which is related to the Foundation, because Ash was the guy there, the doctor who we followed and read all his notes, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blanked the Prime Candidate Program and recommend that it be blanked immediately. Refer to file 982 again. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. So what, am I supposed to, like, steal from you then? Take you over here? Like, was that the goal? Oh, hey, a chest. Oh, my jaw's not gonna be feeling any better after this. Oh my god. Dr. Rhea Underhill. A findings report. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Great. That's cool. Dr. Darling seems to be a darling of a soul at the oldest house, I guess. Dr. Underhills also has no known connections to para-criminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since, depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, if may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. So Underhill and Darling had a thing. Wait a minute, isn't Underhill in the main game? I think she is. Like, it's been a long time. It's been 3 years. But I'm pretty sure don't you meet Underhill in the main game? Ooh, there's a lot of blank. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank. That's a lot of blank. Blank was launched into the blank of director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed and director Trench, including aggressive blank when blanked with other staff, has been observed. However, what this investigation is aimed at interpreting the issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Dr. Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their argument center around the dimensional research wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Dr. Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Dr. Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not questioned. Refer to file blank for full report. Can't refer to the report if it's redacted. Official warning. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen to investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of Federal Bureau of Control. Yeah, that's a threat. That's not a warning. That is a threat. He wants it to be a warning because he doesn't want to be that guy, but he is. All right.
Now that gate should open.
After literal, felt like I read a book. Oh my god. Incident A49. The purpose of internal investigations X397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. Guess I don't get to know. The inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase of an aggressive blank. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events, inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The L filters were changed, and an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connections to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the Blank investigation is ongoing. Why not just say Alice again? If you're going to redact her last name. I still don't have enough remote thought. There's not enough room in my brain to upgrade that. Shatter.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
You think? Blessed organization. Sounds like not something they're saying out of endearment. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. Oh, is this Polaris? What Wake mentioned? In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to the altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connections to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with this blessed organization. Interesting. Oh no. Sounds like it's getting angrier.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink. You've been writing. I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen
Yeah.
him.
Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with him. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here? And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Apparently so did Wake. What are we at? 26. Might as well come down here, see if there's any other doors that are interactable. Doesn't look like it. Alright. That is so eerie, dude. Okay, that door still won't open. Okay, that TV was hella annoying. I feel like a maintenance worker, man. Bruh. An alert. So I had to turn off a TV, a radio, and a light. Weird.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman, broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound, a resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Huh. Can I finally open this door? Thank you. That's what this has been building to, my man. Oh, that's a picture of me standing in front of the thing, but I don't know if that's in the gold. I think that's in her normal casual outfit. Third time's the charm. I guess. Oh. There's one of those balls of death over there. Okay. Well, can't go that way. I missed. How did I miss? Why'd that take so much? No, seriously, how did I miss? I don't understand. Why didn't she climb it? Oh, why she didn't climb it? Okay. Jeez Louise. Oh. That's lovely. Oh my.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Why not? Oh, girl, maybe he's just writing fan fiction. That doesn't mean you have to come down here. I mean, come on. Let's, we don't have to come this way. Well, I mean, at least the bathrooms. A bathroom. Nothing fishy going on here. Huh. Okay, at least I didn't get stuck on the door. So there's nothing fishy going on.
Doesn't look like a house shift.
No, this is just
Do I even
funny.
wanna know?
That's quite a few. They're just dancing. It's fine. It's fine. Have you never seen inanimate objects just dance for the hell of it? Because it doesn't look like you have. You know, I'm gonna end the episode off there just because I really have to go to the bathroom, and this is a good stopping point if I ever saw one. So I hope you have a great day. Remember, you can be the best you could possibly be. There was a lot of reading, and my jaw hurts. Oh my god. Like, I typically love reading the notes, but I like it when they're spread out a little bit more. That was way too many in one little area. What was that? That had to have been like around 10 or more. At least the ocean view segment came, dude, because that really, like, let me, I don't know, rest my reading jaw, dude. Like, there's a difference when you're reading and then when you're just talking. I don't know. It's like my jaw never hurts from just talking, commentating, but when I'm reading something, like on the note and everything, it's like, I don't know, my jaw locks a little after a while. But yeah, I hope you have a great day. Like I was saying, only you can be the best you can possibly. If you want to go down below, control all those buttons, give Momo a little pet, that'd be great. And ta ta for now.